I drink coffee, gym, and then work. A couple years ago, I left as the CEO of Amazon, and I have never worked harder in my life. I am working so hard, and I'm mostly enjoying it, but there are also some very painful days. Most of my time is spent on Blue Origin, and I've been so deeply involved here now for the last couple of years. And in the big, I love it. In the small, there's all the frustrations that come along with everything. You know, we're trying to get to rate manufacturing, as we talked about. That's super important. We'll get there. We just hired a new CEO, a guy I've known for close to 15 years now, a guy named Dave Limp, who I love. He's amazing. You know, so we're super lucky to have Dave. You're going to see us move faster there. But so my day of work, reading documents, having meetings, sometimes in person, sometimes over Zoom, depends on where I am. It's all about the technology. It's about the organization. I have architecture and technology meetings almost every day on various subsystems inside the vehicle, inside the engines. It's super fun for me. My favorite part of it is the technology. My least favorite part of it is, you know, building organizations and so on. That's important, but it's also my least favorite part. So, you know, that's why they call it work. You don't always get to do what you want to do. I do little thinking retreats. This is not the only, I can do that all day long. I'm very good at focusing, keep to a strict schedule. Like my meetings often go longer than I plan for them to because I believe in wandering. My perfect meeting starts with a crisp document. So the document should be written with such clarity that it's like angels singing from on high. I like a crisp document and a messy meeting. And so the meeting is about asking questions that nobody knows the answer to, like wander your way to a solution. When that happens just right, it makes all the other meetings worthwhile. It feels good. It has a kind of beauty to it, an aesthetic beauty to it, and you get real breakthroughs in meetings. Meetings at Amazon and at Blue Origin are unusual. When new people come in, like a new executive joins, they're a little taken aback sometimes because the typical meeting will start with a 6-page narratively structured memo, and we do study hall. For 30 minutes, we sit there silently together in the meeting and read. Take notes in the margins, and then we discuss. And the reason, by the way, we do study, you could say I would like everybody to read these memos in advance, but the problem is people don't have time to do that, and they end up coming to the meeting having only skimmed the memo, or maybe not read it at all, and they're trying to catch up. And they're also bluffing like they were in college, having pretended to do the reading.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's better just to carve out the time for people.
And do it
so now
together.
We're all on the same page. We've all read the memo, and now we can have a really elevated discussion. And this is so much better from having a slideshow presentation, you know, a PowerPoint presentation of some kind, where that has so many difficulties. But one of the problems is PowerPoint is really designed to persuade. It's kind of a sales tool. And internally, the last thing you want to do, you're truth-seeking. You're trying to find truth. And the other problem with PowerPoint is it's easy for the author and hard for the audience. And a memo is the opposite. It's hard to write a 6-page memo. A good 6-page memo might take 2 weeks to write. You have to write it, you have to rewrite it, you have to edit it, you have to talk to people about it, they have to poke holes in it for you, write it again. It may take 2 weeks. So the author, it's really a very difficult job. But for the audience, it's much better. So you can read a half hour, and you know, there are little problems with PowerPoint presentations too. You know, senior executives interrupt with questions halfway through the presentation. That question's gonna be answered on the next slide, but you never got there. Because if you read the whole memo in advance, you know, I often write lots of questions that I have in the margins of these memos, and then I go cross them all out because by the time I get to the end of the memo, they've been answered. That's why I save all that time.